Welcome to Trigonometry. In this video, we're going to do some homework problems that have to do with lines in the plane. The last problem that we're going to tackle today is we want to find the slope-intercept form of a line through the point 2, 3 that is parallel to the line given by 2x minus 3y equals 15. So here we want to find the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line that goes through this point and is parallel to this line here. Parallel means that they have the same slope. So in order to find the slope of the line that we want to do here that goes through this point, we first have to identify the slope of this line. To do that, you can put it into slope-intercept form, which is just solving for y. So we subtract 2x from both sides. We get negative 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 15. And then we divide both sides by negative 3. This yields that y is equal to, well, negative 2 divided by negative 3 is just 2/3 x, and 15 divided by negative 3 is minus 5. And so this is the slope-intercept form. The thing we really need is the slope, which is that guy right there. That right there is the slope of this line here. And since the line we want is parallel to that, we want a line that has the same slope. So we'll use that slope there as m equals 2/3. Now we have a slope and a point, and so we'll use the point-slope form of the equation of a line to get to the slope-intercept form. So we have y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, and we'll plug everything in, thinking of this as x1, y1. And you'll end up with y minus 3 equals 2/3 x minus 2. Solving for y, you add 3 to both sides. You'll get y is equal to 2/3 x minus 2 plus 3. And then you distribute the 2/3 to both terms there. And there you'll end up with y is equal to 2/3 x. 2/3 times negative 2 is minus 4/3. We want to add this 3, but in order to add that to negative 4/3, we're going to want to write it with the same denominator that negative 4/3 has. 3 written in terms of thirds would be 9/3. So we'll add 9/3 to this. And that allows us to communicate between those two guys there. Simplifying that, we end up with y is equal to 2/3 x. Negative 4/3 plus 9/3 is plus 5/3, and that right there is the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line through this point that is parallel to this line here. Now, before we go, let's change this up and do one last problem with this. Let's say we want to find the equation of a line through 2, 3 that is perpendicular to 2x minus 3y equals 15. Well, in this case, if we want the equation of a line through 2, 3 that's now perpendicular to this, well, you still have to know the slope because perpendicular means that the two lines will intersect at 90-degree angles. How that interacts with the slope is you get a perpendicular line if the slope of one line is equal to the negative reciprocal of the slope of the other line. So it ends up being a slope question again. So again, if we want the equation of the line through this point that is perpendicular to this guy, we again need the slope of that line. Well, we already did that last time, and so now we have that the slope is 2/3. This is the slope of this guy up here. I'll call that m1. The slope that we want is the slope that's perpendicular to this slope here. So in order to find the slope that's perpendicular, we need the negative reciprocal of this. So we're going to flip the fraction, that's the reciprocal, and then change the sign, that's the negative part. So this is positive 2/3. Its negative reciprocal would be flip it to be 3/2 and then negate it. It'd be negative 3/2. That's going to be the slope of the perpendicular line. Then to find the slope-intercept form, we'll use the point-slope form first to use this point and this slope, plug them in, and then solve for y to get the slope-intercept form. So plugging this in, we get y minus 3 is equal to, m is negative 3/2 times x minus 2. Now, when we distribute this in, we end up with negative 3/2 x. Negative 3/2 times negative 2 is positive 3. And this will be y minus 3 is equal to that. Now we'll add 3 to both sides, and we'll end up with y is equal to negative 3/2 x. 3 plus 3 is 6, and that right there is the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line through 2, 3 that is perpendicular to the line 2x minus 3y equals 15. And that's it for today's video on trigonometry. If it was helpful to you, please like the video and subscribe to Trigonometry. The only way we can continue to produce video content like this is if we get help from subscribers like you. And so if we helped you, please help us out by liking and subscribing to this video. And we'll see you next time on Trigonometry.